guys, it's your host Dana. Welcome back to the show, and today we're gonna talk about BTC versus USDT. I've covered most of the things already in my prior live streams, yesterday's, before yesterday's, and so on. But since I have some technical difficulties when it comes to the internet connections, nothing I can do from my side. I was forced to do this video instead. I made a live stream, but something happened, so it didn't work out. So I decided to make this short video instead. So guys, so far, when it comes to Bitcoin, on the daily, there's nothing indicating any reversals as you guys can see, okay? Prior daily candle closed with a bullish engulfing candle as well. On the histogram, we just started developing, positive, momentum on the MACD. On top of that, not on the MACD, I mean on the histogram. On top of that, the MACD line is above, just crossed above the signal line, which is also something else that could benefit the bulls. So everything is looking so far so good, okay? Thing is, on the 4-hourly, guys, we have a little problem. Bitcoin has a little problem. Not we per se, but Bitcoin has a little problem, okay? If we can't close at least above 16,858, then we're gonna be seeing, some bearish divergence become valid, okay? For it to become invalid, we need to close above 16,860. Let's just say, to be a bit more conservative, $16,870. If we do that, fine. If we don't do that, it's gonna be a bit troublesome. When it comes to the hourly, for those of you watching, my live streams, you guys know that I told you about, an hourly pullback when it comes to these levels, which we did, and then we had this pullback all the way back to prior resistance or prior profit-taking levels, whichever you like to call it, okay? But this, for those of you who watched it, you know that this was just the hourly profit-taking level or the hourly resistance level, okay? The major one is still, that hasn't changed, okay? Major one is this one, this level right here, between 16.8 to 17,054, okay? If we can't close above $16,870 at least, we are gonna see some sort of a pullback, okay? Letting you guys know now, that is very, very possible, okay? But after that, if we can close above 16,870 levels, not much holding us until, 17,000. We can even wick up all the way up to $17,200. That is very possible. But main thing for us to see some, sort of a continuation to the upside, at least to, 17,500-ish levels, around these levels, this one right here. We have to close at least above $17,200 on a 4-hourly time frame, okay? That happens not only on the 4-hourly, I think even, let me just double check. Even on an hourly, if we can do that, see eventually, around 17,560 levels, okay? Around these levels. When it comes to the weekly and so on, and even deeper, TA, I've already covered it up in the live stream yesterday and before yesterday, so you guys already know. And for those of you who don't know, please feel free to just go and replay it and just watch the show from yesterday and so on, because you'll find most of the things there. When it comes to the moving averages, the 20 period, and the usual settings that people use, it's not looking good for the bulls per se on the daily, okay? And on the 4-hourly, the good thing is price action is above the 50 period moving average, okay? And it's also above the short term, and short term looks like it wants to get above the mid term, which could be good, okay, for Bitcoin. But right now, as you guys can see, we are kind of hitting, second resistance, on the 4 hourly. Okay, we just hit it, but like we can't come all the way to 17,054. That is not ruled out. That is very, very likely it could happen still. Okay, so that is the, you know levels to the upside. If you want to know more, just go ahead and watch the live stream from yesterday, especially because there I spoke about many altcoins and very deeply about Bitcoin's TA, technical analysis, and what we can see. And it's always unbiased opinions that I give you guys. So when it comes to the downside levels, guys, we already spoke about, levels to the upside and, resistance levels or profit taking levels, whichever you like to call it, and what we have to break for the bearish divergence that's developing right now to be invalid, okay? When it comes to the downside, if we see already, some type of a pullback, around these levels, we can come back and retest 16,318 level, okay, just like we did before. It's very possible. But if we break below this one, next level I'll be looking at is around these levels, guys, okay? Let me just do this. 16,158 to 15,976. But if we break this one, if we break this level right here, we are gonna be getting back below key levels again. More likely that is gonna happen, okay? And if that happens, there's not much holding us until 15.5, 15.4 levels, around these levels, okay? If that happens, now we don't know if it's gonna happen, but if that happens, that is very likely, okay? So that's the short video for you guys on Bitcoin versus USDT. If you like the contents that I bring, do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell, especially to be notified in time before I go live next time or before I release another video. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you found it valuable, and I'll see you on the next one.